G'day, welcome back to my Oxygen Not Included playthrough, as we try and salvage a whole bunch of natural gas. So currently, the game is paused while we try and work out what we want to do down here. So this one I have been thinking about, because there's a lot of natural gas out there too. Um, so what do we want to do to retain as much of this as possible? Um, Now, I think that there there's definitely an argument to try and like recover as much of this as we can. So what I think we should do is try and seal off basically this area, the whole area, and get two pumps going, one inside this room, one outside this room, in an attempt to um, get it all out. Now this ladder here exists. I think you will all agree with me on that sentiment. There's no reason that anyone actually needs to get through here. So because that exists, we can block... let's block a little bit higher. We'll block there. Because if anyone needs to get into this area, they can go that way. So we'll just dig out those spots there. We're also then going to block... Well, this is already blocked because you can't get through this tiny gap here. So we're going to block off that as well. That means the only way to get into this area is if you walk through water. So exact same logic as this. You can get through, but you've got to take that water path. So it then means that the only other way to get in here is this. Now, this ladder here, you can access the rest of the world. So you can get out that way, which means that we can just block off this route, even if it's temporary. So again, if we look down here, we can see that there's not really that much coming beyond... There's possibly natural gas in there. It looks like it's all polluted. Probably don't need to pull that out. So let's put in... do there. And do there. So once we put that there, they won't be able to get down here. So let's go one there. Let's go one there. We'll let them build that, and then we'll get them to build the second one. Maybe we'll cancel that one for now, just because we've got the rest of the work to do on this. The other thing I was thinking is because this will constantly be bringing in more oil, we could possibly leave a hole in the floor. But this guy should continue to always be relatively flooded. In terms of that relative floodingness, I feel like there's something that we can do with all of this. So this is going to be a tiny little project that we otherwise work on. Side note, there's a insane blockage of natural gas sitting in this tiny little area because the liquid's is basically blocking it in. So let's try and harness that as well before we make any other changes to this area. So we'll just grab a ladder and we'll go 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll say dig out those 6. And we are in our energy crisis, which potentially will be done by the time we actually get all this gas out. Okay, so we've dug out that section there. Now I think what we need to do is just work out our flooring for this. So we probably want to leave this so that we can... that air is just going to move around, and those are the liquid. So the liquid below this guy is just going to go straight through. So what we're going to do is just straight across, build a mesh floor. Dig that out. Also, that guy's raised one, so we'll give him a mesh floor to sit on too. Okay, so while that's all going on, the other part of this is going to be getting the piping down here. So if we have a look at one thing I was brought up was the way that I go about my overlays. So oxygen overlay? No, I want the... That's a cool one. I didn't really use that. Ventilation overlay. So if we do this, it means it won't disappear when I make other changes. Okay, so through here, this is our ventilation overlay. So this is a dead pipe. I don't even remember what he was for. What we can do is we can say deconstruct that, that, and that. Start there. Why is this a dead pipe? There's nothing else using this to push stuff out? Oh, no, that's right, because I swapped it to this path here. Okay, so that's dead, and we can also say deconstruct that, and then we can also say deconstruct that. Okay, so let's copy that, and we'll go instead for our igneous rock, because it's our most thing we have most of. And then what we want to do is... I mean, I haven't been using that for a while. Let's just deconstruct. Let's deconstruct that section of it and that one there. And yeah, deconstruct that guy. And what we'll do is we'll copy this, we'll go back to our igneous rock, we'll work him down and across. Connect him in there. Is there a way to get across here? It's broken. Get our ladder, use the same thing. Let's build that across there. Back to our ventilation. And we'll go down there, across there. Okay. So, we want this guy sort of getting close to that room. And then we need to get it all the way over to here. At which point it'll go up that ladder. So let's just follow everything else along. Stinky, are you stuck or are you just... where are we? You just haven't eaten today. I think you just got to get home. Okay. So let's jump to... Back to ventilation. Okay, so... copy this guy a little bit more. So we're down here. I'll probably just cancel those guys there. Go back to copying this guy. Right up there. Straight across there. Okay. So in this section here, we want to build... again, we'll just go mesh tile. So as gold is the thing we're best using for that. Did have plans for... What I was thinking I could do is cut out all of this area here so that all of this sinks to a single point and then just brick it up slowly and just basically push it up into this area. I could also just do it for this small section here, but May as well try and capture all that crude oil while we're at it. Okay, and so we've got that, and then we also want ventilation, a gas pump. Chuck him there. Copy that. That there, and then we want power. Connect that there. And we're still short on power at the moment. See, the mesh tiles have started being built there, and this chunks of, oh no, I was gonna say if chunks of this started being built. No, it's because large parts of this were already built. Okay, let's make sure that we've got the connection at the end here. So I think we just, I was trying to think, do we put a bridge into this so that this stuff prioritizes into our, I don't think it necessarily matters. I don't think that it'll stay so consistently heavy that that'll be a need. How close are we on this guy? 4 cycles. 4 cycles away from having our power a bit more consistent. See too that we have dug this all the way through, and so all that liquid is now just moving down to well, into here, which does sort of go into there if there's enough available room. Yeah, lots of building going at the moment. So I'm just thinking about the way that this is we want this designed. I kind of feel like because there's no rush for the building to be finished, there's lots of building jobs still to go here. I think it makes sense to allow these guys to sort of still use this to access this area, because otherwise it's a really long way to get down. And potentially what we should do is just well, at the moment actually you have to move through liquid to get in here anyway. For some reason that's created like a blockage point. So maybe we're okay. So what we want is we want a liquid pump. No, we want a gas pump. Say here, we will put a tiny little ladder there just for convenience. And then what we're going to do is put a second gas pump, and we'll put him just there. So he's going to try and capture the stuff on the outside. Actually doesn't even have access to that section at the moment. So what we'll do is we will build a bridge. It's not a bridge, that's a ladder. We'll build a ladder that runs straight down there. He should have access to all of those sections though. So then we want to go gas pipe, connect this guy straight up there, connect this guy straight across. Hopefully these guys can figure out what way they're meant to be pushing that gas. And then we want to go power. That guy's just using the lighter cable, so let's just follow suit. Alright, we don't need to put that requesting because there's a wall waiting to be built there too. Okay, still no power on those guys, so adding these few extra pumps isn't going to be the, like, sudden impact. It's not going to help getting more gas if we can't get the gas through to where it needs to be. These guys have stopped running because those have stopped running. So it is going to be a rough 3.1 days. So let's pick up the speed here. because the water's not pumping, all the plants have died. So we have problems all over the place. Well, let's just drip some water. Mop all of that up. Wow, you guys are quick to that. Mopping task, you're all about it. Comes to... Oh, is it because there's no power? No one's basically allowed to leave at the moment? It's pretty problematic, isn't it? Briefest moments of stuff going. So because there's no power, no one can get out to the oil refineries to get those guys working. Because they're not working, the natural gas won't pump. If we have a look at our ventilation, these guys will sort of move. There's a lot of available space up the top now for oxygen. More liquid. Where are all your suits from here? Alright, let's try and remember where we build suits, because I feel like they're all over here. That guy's set. Let's say we want at least 6 more suits. Is it this guy? Yeah, so what type of suits am I using? Those Atmos suits. Two, 3. That back one's broken. 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's just build 8. I guess it's iron that we'll make them from. Then I guess we just can't get out to get lead for that while move outside. Definitely a dire few days. At least once this starts pumping, natural gas will just automatically kick itself in. Okay. How do I order you to move? Move to here. Why are you blocked? Okay, don't go back up. The problem I have is if I disable this checkpoint, these guys are gonna... It's like I don't want anyone to go outside, but I need these guys to come inside as soon as possible. So let's just say, if I say disable building, those guys come inside. What are you guys doing? Are they coming inside now? No, don't. Oh my goodness. Listen guys, I need everyone move to here. Admire that you're all very eager. Gotta make sure I capture everyone because it feels like I'm gonna have a very short amount of time. No. Move to here. Enable building. Okay, so now... No! Get back in the... Is this enabled? I'm just gonna have to keep sort of turning people back. Come on, Gusman. Okay. Thank you. One down. How many more people we got on this side? Move to here. And Barney, move to here. I thought I saw someone else out here too. Toilets is the current insane priority for these poor people. Okay. Disable building. Emergency. We're gonna stay here, Barney. We're not gonna wander too far away. Hey, they saw a friend. That makes them happy. I just want to make... I'm just gonna have to do like a welfare check on everyone. Moment. Can I tell you to move inside? Because then we can sort of at least start that door opening. This is one of the dumbest things I had to do in this. Alright, you get in there, Barney. You charge in there too. Don't you dare. Oh my goodness, now Barney's got to wait for the door. Sorry, I didn't mean to tell you to unequip your clothing. May, get out of here. Okay. Enable building. Absolute emergency. Oh boy. Okay. I realized that I also could just like slow time down a little bit to make this a little bit more manageable, but at least one more person in there. Just click on people till we... Done. Okay. What, Ron? What are you doing? Okay. Let's do that again. Can you do this action for me, Rowan? This is insane. Come on. What? Ellie, what are you doing here? No, 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 no. We're staying inside. There must be a way that you can make these doors like one way. Something. It's like the one time in their life these guys have been enthusiastic about something. I don't know what I just clicked on. One of those messages, I guess. Nails. Go up into that bedroom. That's pretty far away. At least it gives me the line letting me know what they're trying to do. So I know who's actually attempting to say fix this, which is May. And who is just, I think, who is just like running off into oblivion, which is everyone else. This is insane. Guys. I'm losing my mind. Okay. They'd love it being in that bedroom, though. I hate you all so much. Just want you to know that. Today, you are really testing me. Okay, that's all of them. Gwyn. Can't see. Are you guys just cleaning things up? No. You tricked me. Okay. It's okay, Rowan. You've had a weird day. We all have. Alright, so... if I go to Vitals... So if I double click on everyone, it removes that menu. I just want to see where everyone is without... Yeah, I thought so, Mima. I thought you were still out there somewhere. So... let's go through that dance one more time. And in 2 days, this wouldn't be a problem. Okay. This. Disable. An emergency. Mima. You move to here. Okay. Mima. I'm going to get you to move too. Okay. Enable. I'm going to catch you guys early this time. Hold responsible May. There's a hotkey for move too, though. They want to get out. They are so... I was really looking forward to making this one because of how much fun I get to have doing the building down the bottom. Whereas though it turns out I can't do any of the building down the bottom. I'm too busy trying to save everyone's lives. Alright, we know May's inside. That is good. The obvious problem is that at any point where power kicks back in, they can then briefly go outside again and then get stuck again. So Barney is, and all of these people down the bottom here. Killing me that power is the problem here. That I guess anyone who's out on that side at least has only been out for a bit. And possibly they can... Like, building's not the priority here, fellas. Let's make some... Oh, they're dying. Oh, okay. There's so many of them too. Can I do like a full squad order? Can I order everyone to go home? Here's what we're going to do. Disable building. Here's my play. This is going to be annoying, but I think it's the only thing we can do at the moment. I don't think there's anyone out there, but we're going to disable all 3 of these buildings. We're then going to create a schedule that is just... downtime. Now, the problem is it means I'm going to have to, like, demolish my existing schedule in order to get this to work. So I'm just going to take a photo quickly of my 4 schedules. And we're going to tell everyone take the next 2 days off. Don't go out anywhere. And suppose the first thing I need to do is just pause that for a second, because we need someone to go at least have the power to turn these off. Great. Okay, so that one's turned off. Back to schedule. Can I pick more than one at once? No. Okay. Where are you going, Abe? Let me get you to cancel your current plans and just shift back inside. So what I've done is I've put that command in before someone has made the change on, I guess, that guy. So why are you going outside when we don't want anyone doing any tasks? This is killing me. I mean, the only thing I feel like I can do is just let him go at it. Like, just be ready with my save game to try and undo the mess that is this last, like, 3 days. But guys, just stay inside. I don't want you working. Nothing is working at the moment. We are just waiting for 2 days. Like, why are you collecting ice right now? Why are you building ladders? Just... We're in the middle of downtime. I mean, this is saying to me that the schedule change means nothing. They're just going to keep doing their same thing they always were anyway. So let's just, I guess, put them back to where they were. And then just hope that we survive the next two, or that they survive the next 2 days, and we're okay. So this was Stinky, San. No real order to. I think it's the order that they arrived. Rowan, Turner, Mima, and Ari. Yeah, don't go in scolding whatever. This is some dumb stuff. Why are we not using... Are the bathrooms offline? Are we just... dumping in the dance floor? Dumping everywhere. Why are the bathrooms just not in use? Yeah, we're getting low on oxygen too. At least it means that once these guys kick in, they'll go for a while because they're not going to get jammed. Less than a day. That stress level is going through the roof. Okay, second one was Ashcan. I assume it's just stress that's freaking these guys out, and that stress is getting horrific. And yeah, this will be a nightmare to try and solve. I think I was better off trying to keep them inside, but that just wasn't working either. Get out of the scalding heat, Stinky. Yeah, everything is wrong, mate. Where's that bed? Stinky's not... Ugh. I think we've got to fix this. I think I've got to reverse this to sort of try and recover. Because I don't know what happens when the power comes back on, if they're actually not going to let the guys through or something. But but we've also hit our normal time limit too. So this is a... don't want nails in there. Nails should be on the next one. Belly. Meal. Nails. Barney. And that one before was Ruby and Meep. I have so many regrets about this, some of the bold claims I've done at the end here. Barney. So that one's right. So then this one should be everyone else. Josh. Catalina. Gossman. Quinn. Abe. Yeah, and that should mean there's no one on this one. Great. Delete that schedule. Okay. So. Basically, you... Nuffies, just get out of there. Well, not that high out. Go to here. Let's say... So that one's still enabled. Let's say enable that building. I don't think anyone's out that way. Stinky, you're gonna get yourself killed if you keep doing this. There has to be a way to surely say, like, one way on this. There's a sign, right? There's a sign that I can say that's just like, you can't walk this way past a point. There's no room in this thing to make that rule, though. I'm sure there's a thing somewhere. It's like, you can't walk further in, like, beyond arrow. I can't even think of what it would be called if it did exist. But I swear, it's like I feel like I can visualize it. It's like a wooden sign that's just a picture of an arrow or something. Or is that part of one of these, Look at all these guys. My goodness. It's really hard to tell. Like, am I better off just trying to just push them all back constantly, or hoping that we're point whatever of a day away, 7 of a day away, and then they'll just sort of fix themselves? Can't just call like an emergency lockdown somewhere, or... It's killing me. Mop that up too. It's blowing my mind that everyone's just sort of foregone bathrooms. That has just gone out of the whole thing. Ashcan, we've been through this before with you, buddy. I mean, possibly what I could do is just build like a brick wall here. I mean, that's not going to work anyway, because it's basically I need them to be able to come in and not keep like wandering back out. Like, yeah, Ellie, I don't know why you're already in a suit, but it's going to cause problems later when I don't have enough suits. Like, when there's going to be no available spot for you to put your suit. There's no way you're going to be able to get back in. And then what happens once I turn this back on? Will they just wander back past it if they've already got... You know, the amount of, like, liquid we're generating here. Well, this one has been an absolute disaster. I don't think there's any other way to put it than just having to micromanage these guys as much as we've had to. It's the I don't know. It's just not something I've had to deal with before. If there's a way that you can control them any more than like what we've been doing, let me know, because that's the end of this one. Is there something that I can do to just sort of rally them to a point, or tell them that they can't go past a point? There is something. I'm sure I've seen it, but that was a. I genuinely have not been more excited to film an episode in a long time than I was to try and get this thing sorted out. And man, I think it turned into the worst, most unenjoyable one I've had to do. Anyway, any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. I hope there are many. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.